cameras never come. You and your man's hung in every verse in your rhyme. Where the was slung, vanish every summer. Where the blue vans would come, we throw the work in the can and run. Where the plans were to get funded, skate up the set to achieve this goal quick. Faced with immeasurable odds, still I gave straight bets. Someone felt the most something and you nothing. Check. I'm from the other side where other guys don't walk too much. And girls from the projects went and said we talk too much. So they ran up the time cause they sought them dudes to trust. I don't know what the they foul just like us. I'm from where the beef is inevitable. Summertime's unforgettable. Boosters in abundance. Buy a half price sweater new. Your word was everything, so everything you said you do, you did it. Couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. I'm from where pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs. Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. With evolved and thugs are at odds. At each other's throats for the love of foreign cars. The catch cases, hoping the judge R&Rs. But most times find themselves locked up behind bars. That all. I'm from where they ball and breed rhyme stars. I'm from Marcy, son. Just thought I'd remind y'all. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice.
So where you from?
I'm from the place where the church is the flakiest. And been praying to God so long that they atheists. Where you can't put your vest away and say you wear it tomorrow. Cause the day after we'll be saying, I was just with him yesterday. I'm a block away from, not enough away from straight. Yeah. You're laughing, you know the place well, with the base well. And government, politics they sells, what we call it.
Never knew a friend till a man to fall.
Proceeds here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. A quick trip here for the Rockets, just one game away before heading back to Houston.
And this is probably a game they've been thinking about for a while because in the season series up to this point, they're winless. So I'm sure they're dying to turn the tables.
Well, they've had a lot go wrong for them in the previous games, Greg. Mostly their own doing, self-inflicted stuff. They had some bad breaks in there as well, but they're not going to make any excuses. They're a no-excuse team. I'm sure they feel it shouldn't be as one-sided as it has been, though.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Modi Eunice and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Beverly in at the point. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Howard at the elbow. Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
They grab their own miss. And Bogut slams it in.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And G.A. strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Outside, Green. Out to Thompson. Lets it go with the three. Modi Eunice grabs the miss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lack of... coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. We cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Maniunas. And the basket good.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Harden dishes to Smith. Clock at 6. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Harden the pass to Beverly. Back to Harden. Not enough on that one as it misses. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
I
right,
know.
right. Yeah, he probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And Thompson kicks to Curry. From past the arc. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. To the inside. Fires it up. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green. Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Ariza. That's a 2 from Barnes. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. So, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
It's Harden with the drive. Howard can't hit. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thompson inside the line. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 7 points for Klay Thompson. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, I love that sweet up fake, Kevin. It worked like a charm there and gave him a clear path to the lane and then to the hoop.
Well, that move is one of the prettiest out there if you can pull it off.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Bogut drops them both. Rockets trail by 7. Beverly dishes to Harden. Here's Smith. And he dunks it down.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Harden the pass to Smith. The shot is off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Warriors on top. They're up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets. Beasley out there with Corey Brewer. And there's Terry, and it's Capella in the center. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Terry against Barnes. He dishes it to Curry. Outside, Green. Here's Thompson. Count that as his fourth basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And it's Terry off the drive. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Rob. And it's the Rockets on the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Yeah, I thought they really tightened up at the end, guys. I mean, I think they were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You got to go after wins. You can't try to hold on to them. You got to go get them.
Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Ezeli. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
It's Curry with the drive, and Capella sends it back. Beasley kicks to Capella. There's the screen. McDaniels passes to Beasley. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from McDaniels.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And that one is good by Beasley.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Harden against Thompson. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly. Sometimes you can catch the defense napping when you make a strong pass like that in transition.
Back to Harden. Modiunas a screen on Thompson. Excellent use of the screen that time. 9 points for James Harden.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Outside for Curry. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Spates checked in for Golden State.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And he's good on the second.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And Modiunas picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Harden. Here's Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Warriors lead by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass. It up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in the guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those, this lead will start shrinking even further. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
The drive by Green, and it's sent back by Howard. Here's Harden. Curry with a nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Harden with it. Picked up by Thompson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Thompson against Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got 12.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Timeout called the Warriors. Warriors leading by 4. It's Curry with the drive. Excellent D from Howard.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
For Houston, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Ariza hits them both. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The drive by Thompson, and stolen by Ariza. He lobs it up, and Howard with the stuff.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and triggers a fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Harden.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Bogut with it. And it's Howard picking him up. Curry takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Curry's got his third basket of the night. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure. Out how to slow him down.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Harden kicks to Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. Thompson in the posts. guarded by Harden. Green dishes to Bogut. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Banked in off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Curry passes to Bogut. Stolen by Beverly. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And Howard with the stuff.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
From deep, Harden. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Yeah, I think they felt that game slipped away from them. And it wasn't so much that they missed a lot of shots as much as it was they fought foul trouble the whole night.
26 seconds left to play here in the third. Beverly against Curry. To the paint. It's tipped. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? The Warriors on top, up 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Smith at the power forward with Howard at the center. And it's Beverly in at the 1. Some nice passing by Golden State.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And the basket by Harden.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
At the line for 2.
KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Rockets trail by 5. Beverly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's slammed in by Howard.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Back to Smith. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Warriors leading by 3. And KJ McDaniels gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Curry. He's looking for Bogut and finds him. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. 5 on the clock. The pass to Bogut. Outside for Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
My goodness. How about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys. Just as much in this half as the first.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club. They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Ariza goes in. Here's McDaniels. Howard with a screen on Barnes. McDaniels. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Beverly dishes to Howard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Smith with a screen on Curry. And Beverly kicks to Smith.
Some hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
it's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They lead by 1. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Houston making some changes. Montejunas comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Harden in for McDaniel. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Harden. Howard kicks to Montejunas. Back to Howard. Cannot hit. Nice D from Bogut.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Beverly against Curry. Front pass the arc. Knocks down the trifecta.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
.34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Montejunas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Warriors now. The drive by Green. Thompson outside. Elbow shot is on the way. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
And here's Beverly to win the game. Oh, it's off the mark. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. Tip-off goes to Houston. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the 3 slot. Now a timeout called by Golden State. The Warriors trailing. It's Curry outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
To the middle. Beverly the pass to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Honey, there's no luck. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. Just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 1. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's the first, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts them ahead.
Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win close ones.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Green, no luck.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
A nice shot by McDaniels. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Thompson dishes to Bogut. It's Thompson off the drive. Rebounded by Capella.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
McDaniels gets to Maniunas. Shot clock at 6. Capella from outside the arc. Maniunas' shot is good. And it's a 6-point Houston lead.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple. Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that three of their own, and this gets the crowd energized.
Yeah, and the game as close as this one, every possession is critical. They've got to give as good as they get, and so far, that's been the case. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Yes!
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 5. 17 seconds left in the first overtime. What do you think, guys?
And you know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Curry outside. But they get it back. Here's Green. That's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic. 웅장한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡 더 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 찐땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도모 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 일 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 And the game won't change, it's the same old thing.
Today on 2K TV postseason, we break down some head-to-head matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening this week in 2K16, and give you a chance at some VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
In the hood, I'm good till I die. CLE till I die. Everywhere I go, putting on. Putting on, putting on. Everywhere I go, putting on. Putting on, putting on. Everywhere I go, putting on. Putting on, putting on. Everywhere I go, putting on. Putting on. What you want? Step under the court like 2-3. I was made for the game like Kyrie. Representing for the city, I be. In the land is where you gon' find me. Courtside at the Q in the flow seat. Everybody in the team me. Green bills, y'all know it's the green season. Catch me only up a short scene. Whipping with the hot sauce like I'm street leaguing. And one though, on the flow going up though. 3 points to the dunk though. Me and Shove though. My city, been turned up on the jump though. Boy, up on the land till I die. Till I die, on the east side till I die, till I die, rockin' that wine and gold till I die, till I die, in the hood I'm good till I die, CLE till I die, everywhere I go putting on, putting on, putting on, everywhere I go putting on, putting on, putting on, everywhere I go putting on, putting on, putting on, everywhere I go putting on. Putting on, what you want?
yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.
Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Make your lady back up in this, hop up in the 6. And you should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change. She rep HBK over everything. Married to the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate. We just in the pay. Young and making plenty cake. Get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet. Being broke, what I can't accept. I'ma hold it down to the death. No Reeboks, cause it's all about a check. Bet $1 million that your man ain't like this. Cause I stack my chips. I'm on my grind. Mind on money, money on my mind. So if you in the way, I'll run you over. It's the heartbreak army, I'm a soldier. Huh? Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Ain't nothing changed with the name on the check. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I don't know about y'all, but I'll die by respect. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I'ma live in the meantime. Haters telling me to chill cause they need time. Rest in peace, it's the G-A-N-G. Hate on me cause we ain't leave the sea vacant. We taking the R.A.P. game to a new place. I swear that we got this tied like a shoelace for real. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing.
Hits the left. Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at New York.
And the rubber match, guys. 1 game apiece in this season series. That puts a little extra motivation on this game and in the atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, I would just say a skosh more. It's a long season, and you look for those additional goals to add consequence and significance to a game during the regular season. Winning the season series is just an example of that extra edge you like to have for yourself.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Aflalo, Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Calderon in the point guard position. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Aflalo kicks to Lopez. And he slams it one-handed.
plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
A three ball. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here is Harden. He has 5. Howard with a screen on a follow. Harden dishes to Howard.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Anthony gets double teamed. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Shot clock at 5. Harden. And that one is hammered home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Anthony. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Harden inside the three-point line. The wing jumper off target. On its way from a follow for 2. And the rebound goes to Howard.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Anthony with it. He's picked up by Ariza. A follow the pass to Porzingis. Cans the shot from the wing. Porzingis has got his first points of the night. Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Now here's Anthony. Harden missing his last shot. Outside Anthony. It's deflected. Stolen by Harden.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Pass to Porzingis. And here's a follow for 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lopez kicks to Anthony. Kick out to Afflalo. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
For 3.
Now Harden. It could go. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible.
Free point.
And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they've got. We've got Kyle O'Quinn. Also Thomas out there. Tony Roten out there with Kevin Serafin. And it's Galloway in the shooting guard. Roten dishes to Galloway. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Roten, the pass to Galloway. Thomas goes in. Knocked loose. Down low. And Serafin throws it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Pushing their lead to double digits. And that's now 19 points for James Harden.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following along.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. Well, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Anthony. Good on the 13-footer.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Howard with the steal. Harden kicks to Beverly. Harden against Calderon. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
You look at what they're doing, and it's easy to see why they want to run right now.
And, guys, 9 straight points for them on fast breaks. You can't blame them for getting out. Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Now the pass to Aflalo. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Aflalo's got 5 points so far. No good from Howard.
The alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
New York moving the ball around. Anthony against Harden. The second chance effort. Again, the miss by Anthony. Rockets leading by 8. Harden can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shoots from the corner. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Calderon. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter. Harden dishes to Smith. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Rockets lead by 8.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And the jam by Harden.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it
sir.
down. Whoa!
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Houston leading by 8. Terry the pass to Beasley. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And Brewer gets to Capella. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
That's his first personal foul.
Dishes to Aflalo. He kicks it to Lopez. Aflalo the pass to Lopez. Aflalo outside. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. And that concludes the first half. Houston on top, leading by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step. He must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
The second half just about to get going here. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Smith at the power forward with Howard at the center. And it's Beverly in the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Harden with it. 25 points in the game. Inside. He lobs it up. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Pass to Thomas. Off the screen. Kept alive by New York. Good. Roten's got his first points in this one. Houston leading by 10. Smith kicks to Howard. It's Harden with the drive. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 6 assists now in the game. The 3. The Rockets pull it in. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. Gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Harden kicks to Howard. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Shoots. Galloway, no good. Rockets leading by 14. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Howard. Howard's got his 7th assist in the game.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Anthony up on top. Ariza covering. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. New York shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Anthony. So Anthony nails both of them. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Beverly dishes to Harden. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. So it'll be James Harden shooting. It's going to be on Jose Calderon. For Houston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Knicks trail by 17. And Anthony gets double teamed. Lets it fly. Calderon, that's good.
Timeout charge.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's McDaniels in for James Harden. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon, though.
Here's Afflalo, and the layup is good. Afflalo's got 9.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
And a fast break now for New York.
That's his first personal foul.
Houston leading by 13. It's Terry outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
To the wing right side. Porzingis. The three-pointer off the mark. A nice shot by McDaniels.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Outside Terry. And that one's good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets lead by 14. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Every dime is a flake.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And so here is Houston. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the 4. Flalo with it. And Terry picks him up defensively. Calderon, no good.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Back to Flalo. That one falls coming off Anthony's feed. Anthony's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Terry. The rim rattling two-handed jam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Smith, the pass to Capella. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Here's Roten. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Vujicic kicks to Roten. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Houston.
And he can't get the first one. Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Capella. Beasley comes in for Smith. James Harden, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jason Terry. Harden kicks to Beasley. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Here's Vujicic, guarded by Harden.
Houston foul call.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. That's good from Vujicic.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
To the paint. Here's Beasley. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Beasley.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Vujicic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And really just unselfish basketball in the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Stolen by Vujicic. To the inside. Here's Roten. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Harden outside. Kicks to Howard. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Roten dishes to Vujicic. To the middle. Changes up. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from O'Quinn.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Screen by Howard. It's Harden with the drive.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Free throw good. James Harden. 2 shots. And he makes both free throws. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Roten the pass to Vujicic. Here's O'Quinn. Good. O'Quinn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And that one is good by Beasley.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And with the win here tonight, they break the 1-1 season series tie up to this point. So I think they have to be really pleased with the 2-1 winning record this year against the Knicks.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harden. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so they foul intentionally.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Clark, you know, sometimes frustration just shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Vujicic kicks to Roten. So we see the Rockets taking the win here.